Welcome back to Rail Industry Connected. I'm Claire Middleton. Thank you for joining us. Rail infrastructure networking is now one of the biggest rail events on the calendar. Over 4 events in a calendar year, representatives from companies across the UK meet in one space to discover new business opportunities and opportunities to meet some of the largest buying organisations currently working in the sector. For companies of all sizes, this has grown to host hundreds of exhibitors and thousands of visitors every year. We speak to the organising team to find out more. Right, so I'm here today speaking to Antoinette, Stevenson and Keven Parker from Jobson James Rail, talking about RIN Events. So thank you both for joining me today. Could we start by just take us back to the beginning? What problem were you trying to solve when you created RIN Event? And did you ever imagine it would become what it is today?
So I guess I'll answer that question. If I turn the clock back 10 years, then there I am. I'm an insurance broker. I'm an insurance guy working in the rail industry, and in the early days, it's just me. I don't have a big team, and I'm trying to talk to railway companies. So I went to all the big railway industry events of the time, and I'm there thinking, okay, well, should I exhibit my own business, my insurance business at these events? But they all felt very expensive. They cost a lot to exhibitor. They ran on for a couple of days. Everything seems to be expensive, not just the cost of exhibiting, but food, parking. And I came away thinking, well, they don't really meet the needs of smaller railway companies. And I have a smaller railway business. So it felt like, there must be a better way, really. There must be a better way to run events like this. So I had a chat with some of the railway companies that I was acting for, and we put our heads together and we decided, right, well, if we all meet in a room on a particular day, then we can have a good chat with each other. I can introduce some insurance clients that I have to other railway businesses, and they can do business together. So it kind of started from that, really. But the first event was literally 10 railway companies in a room. I think there was only about 32 people. And it was a bit of a toe in the water, but I didn't really know what I was doing, to be perfectly honest. I'm an insurance guy, not an events guy, but I just had a hunch, really, that we could grow this thing if we just worked hard and kept it affordable and built something of value, really, to everybody.
Amazing. So when you all met up in that room for the first time, did you feel like you got something special started?
Well, the first problem was actually finding the room, because we're on the third floor above a shop in an office, which was in a retail area of Birmingham city centre. So I learned pretty quickly, actually, you have to direct people to where they have to go. I didn't have anybody on the ground floor. So we made it up as we went along, really.
Oh, brilliant. It obviously worked because you're here 10 years later, so you did a good job.
I think, collaboratively, we did okay in the early days to get it off the ground.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, thank you. So over the last 10 years, RIN has grown into the UK's largest rail infrastructure networking event. What do you think have been the standout moments that really shaped its identity?
I think there were a couple of things along the journey, really, that really helped the event grow. And in the early days, it was really hard because there was no social media at all. We had no social media reach. So we were advertising in railway magazines, sending out emails. And about six or 7 years in, we'd grown the events to about 80 exhibitors each. And we kind of plateaued for a while. And then the game changer really was Antoinette joining the business, who brought an absolute wealth of business experience, organisational skills, and then her sheer force of personality, really, to build out the vision for our events into what they became today. The events embody what Antoinette is about, which is enthusiasm, fun, collaboration, empathy with railway businesses that have got problems, wanting to find new customers, and then trying to find solutions for them. So with a few years of Antoinette at the helm, all the events have doubled in size, and we've added a fourth event as well. So it's been an incredible period of growth, really, the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, brilliant. Antoinette, you sound like a superstar.
Oh, I think Kevin's been very kind to me, but it's good to hear. It's a team effort, though. It's not just me. There's a lot of work goes in from everybody on the Jobs and Jones Rail team to really get the event off the ground.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, great, thank you. So I think this might be another one for Keven. RIN is known for its simplicity and accessibility, free to attend, low cost stands, and a real community feel. Why was that model so important to you?
I think it has its roots really in our insurance business. So our insurance business is all about the customer and trying to help that customer find low cost insurance solutions, things that will really help them in their business. And we try and add value. So we took that kind of attitude into our take on the rail event industry. We wanted to find low cost solutions. So we knew that because our main income is through our insurance business, we could run the events as a not-for-profit. So we only really look to cover our costs. I think the most we make is about 10%. And so railway companies have come to trust us, really, that they're going to get really good value because they have enough barriers to trade as it is, the cost of accreditations, memberships of trade associations, the cost of plant and tools. So they know that when they come into our events, they're getting really good value, and we're not in it really to make a lot of money out of them. And then when they do arrive, they know they're going to have everything set up for them so they can be successful. So they've got free tea and coffee, easy transport links. They know that they're going to get a free breakfast, which is hot breakfast. So they're all fueled up, ready to go. So they've got, 4 hours very intense networking ahead of them.
Yeah.
And our events as well, we're not soulless. The events are run by the team that Antoinette and I manage. So we are individuals that the exhibitors and the visitors can get to know, so they can come to us with problems or if they need to particularly meet somebody. So having some personality felt like a really important USP for our events.
Yeah, fabulous. They sound wonderful. Okay, thank you. So you currently have 4 RIN events, of which Glasgow is the most recent. I'm just curious as to why did you decide to add the Glasgow event, and how's the reception been towards it so far?
I'll take that question then, Claire.
Okay.
Glasgow came about for a couple of reasons, really. First of all, we've looked at the calendar year after year and tried to work out when would be the best time to put an event in, and a slot became available in May. And it seemed like a no-brainer that there was a good gap. It fitted with everybody's calendar. It was a good time of year to run it for people to go to Scotland. And so we snapped up the May slot. And this was backed up really by the buyers. There's a good spend in Scotland. There was a £5 billion budget. And the buyers were asking us to put on an event. We're really well supported by QTS, Amco Giffen, Story, and Network Rail in Scotland. And they've been asking us for a little while, please put something on. It's well worth you coming up here. And with their support, the real collaboration of pulling together, it all came together at the right time. And it was unbelievable. I thought we'll launch an event and we'll see what happens. And we booked a smaller room, and within 2 weeks we'd sold all the spaces. And there was a waiting list and a real demand for more. So with that, and then the backing of the 7 buyers who came together for Meet the Buyer, it was just obvious that Glasgow was the right place for us. So much so that this year we're going to a new venue. We're going to the Scottish Events Campus. We can take it back up to 180 exhibitors in Glasgow. And we're really looking forward to keeping the event going. It's firmly in the calendar now. So really good one for the market.
Meet the Buyer has become one of RIN's most sought after features. How do you think it's helped bridge gaps between suppliers and major rail buyers?
Now, well, Meet the Buyer is a really good way to get connections. So people want to meet with buyers. Buyers are people that you talk about, but actually getting to see people face to face is so valuable. And what you can get from a conversation in 15 minutes, you can really gauge, yes, we can support you, or yes, you're the sort of person we want to be working with. And it's great that we've got the backing of the buyers, because it's not just the suppliers that want to meet them. It's a great opportunity for the buyers to actually meet with 10, 15 people in the morning and develop their supply chain. We didn't start it. The original Meet the Buyer was actually hosted by RIA at one of the RIN events. And it was great to have that kind of footing into the arena of Meet the Buyer. And then we took that over and carried on. And it's been fabulous to develop the relationships and to know what people are looking for and who you're introducing. It's quite chaotic. We've got over 100 people coming forward for meetings. So every 15 minutes, there's a new set of people. London will have 13 buyers. So that's 13 people every 15 minutes. But our colleague Claire does a fantastic job of keeping it all running to time, making sure that people are personally introduced in and that everybody gets their time. So everybody gets their 15 minutes in front of the buyers or have a decent conversation. And it does make a difference. In Derby last year, somebody who was new to RIN came up and said, I hope I get the same opportunity that I had last time. And they'd been for a Meet the Buyer meeting, 15-minute meeting, obviously continues afterwards, but came away with a £4 million contract from starting from the short 15-minute meeting. And the buyers say the same. It might be a very short fulfillment need, or it could be a longer term relationship on a civils project maybe. But those 15 minutes start big things. Great.
Yeah.
We've had discussions in the queue for a bacon roll, haven't we, Antoinette? That's led to business.
No, we heard of somebody who was talking to somebody else and got tapped on the shoulder saying, just what was that product? Oh, come and see me because I need that. And within a day, it's out on site. And that's the joy of RIN, really, that the conversation, that being in the room, who you're going to meet. If you don't get the opportunity to meet the buyer because you're not an exhibitor, they're still there. They're stood on the bacon butty queues. They're walking around the stands. It's an opportunity to really shake hands and meet people face to face. It's great.
Yeah, you can't beat that, can you? You can't beat that, face to face connection with people. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. So as we celebrate 10 years of RIN, I'd love to know what's next. What do you see for the future of the event and for the rail industry that it supports?
I think probably more the same. We've got a format that works. There are other events in the calendar run by other businesses that go big on speeches and presentations. We're never going to be an event like that. We're always going to be a basic networking trade show, which brings buyers and suppliers together at a very low cost event for everybody. We'll always have a focus, I think, on the suppliers and the solutions and bring as many of those as we can to the buyers, as opposed to other events which might have large trade stands for the buyers that the suppliers can't afford to exhibit at.
Yeah,
I think we try to encourage people to see the RIN event as their office for the morning. So whether you're a visitor or whether you're an exhibitor, you can encourage people to invite your contacts, meet them there for a coffee, walk around together. We're encouraging people to use it as a place of business where we can all collaborate together. And we developed the events by adding in some pre-socials as well. So for the London, Glasgow and Harrogate events, we also have a pre-event the night before. And that's something new, something we're going to carry on developing because it gives us the opportunity to just extend the networking in a more social and relaxed environment. And I think it is all about encouraging people to come back, encouraging visitors to become exhibitors. And so one of our regular exhibitors, HR Kiln, he said in one of our videos, the reason why he comes back is it just works. RIN attracts the right people and that's what makes a difference. So we're not going to change anything completely. What we want to do is carry on making the difference. That's good.
And if companies want to find out about RIN, they can go to the website. They can also go on LinkedIn. So we do a huge amount of LinkedIn advertising as well.
Yeah.
But I think between us all, we've got something like 15,000 rail professionals following us and the events. So anybody that needs to find out about them, go on LinkedIn.
Yeah. And we're always happy to chat. We're at the events. You'll see all of us at the events. We're always available. So come and have a chat with us.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, thank you both. Thank you for your time. I'll leave you to it now, but it's lovely to chat to you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Keven and Antoinette, for sharing your story. It's clear to see why RIN has been such a success. It's a railway event run by railway people, focused on doing the right things for businesses to work better in the industry. I'm really looking forward to attending RIN in London at Old Billingsgate Market on Thursday the 12th of March. If you'd like to register to attend the London event or any of the other events this year, visit rinevents.co.uk. Thank you and see you there.